Good evening. You came back. Welcome to our Halloween Hootenanny.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of our Halloween Hootenanny. I hope you're having a happy Halloween. Well, if you're not, grab a chair, grab a companion, grab that man in the corner who's been staring at you all night, and join us for supper. By which I mean a feast of freakish fun and horror, but mainly horror. From all corners of the globe. But first, we're taking a trip to Gloucestershire. Waiting for us in Gloucestershire is a man called John Basset. And he's going to tell us a tale of a local man.
In the year 1766, in Chelford a gambler lived, but he was about to kick up his sticks, his life he was about to give. One night as he sat at the table, the cards were not going his way. "May my flesh rot on my bones," he cried out, "if I'm not being cheated today." Well, a chill wind blew through the card room, a howling breeze in the sun, but only Parsons felt it, as the curse it had now begun. He continued to lose more money, and crying out he did say, "I say again, may my flesh rot away if I'm not being cheated today." Well, it came to pass some weeks later that old Richard Parsons got sick. His body became weak and feeble, and a smell started to come from him thick. "What is that smell?" cried the people. "What is that terrible smell? It smells like bad meat or old sweaty feet." It was Parsons with his own death knell. And he took to his bed in a moment, and as he was to up and to die, he looked out of the window and with his dying breath he did cry, "I wasn't being cheated that evening, and the flesh it does rot on my bones. If I could play one more game only, perhaps death would leave me alone." And he died. And they sent for a doctor, who carried out an autopsy, and the doctor's decision was final. It was there for everyone to see. "A most peculiar case," said the doctor, holding his nose really tight, "for his flesh has decayed, just like he has said upon that accursed night. So if you don't want to suffer the way that Richard Parsons did do, be careful for what you're wishing, because it might just come true."
What did you think of that? Was that ghoulish enough?
Where's Hugo, my butler?
Now, where was I? About to head into Pumpkin Land. Have you got your pumpkin lattes ready? What about your pumpkin pies? Your pumpkin crumble?
Over to you, Elise.
Pumpkin comes from the word pump, meaning shoe, and kin, meaning family. Therefore, it means shoe family. This is the biggest pumpkin in the world. Microtechnology. Nanobites. Before people bobbed for apples, they bobbed for pumpkins. The two figures most associated with pumpkins are Charlie Brown and Cinderella. They are in fact the same person. In the original script of Alien, it was in fact a pumpkin that was meant to burst out of John Hurt's stomach. The famous actor Robert De Niro based every one of his characters on pumpkin. Pumpkins are not of this world. The television series Heroes was based around a pumpkin. Save the pumpkin, save the world. The 1970s British TV comedy On the Buses was set around the adventures and the misadventures of a pumpkin and his family. In the 1940s, the most famous radio star of all was a pumpkin. People would tune in every week to hear the amazing adventures of the pumpkin. It always saved the day. The day it usually saved was the 4th of August 1824, a day that will go down in history as the day that was saved by the pumpkin. The fruit of the forbidden tree in the Garden of Eden was, of course, a pumpkin. Each and every pumpkin is fashioned with purest gold and studded with diamonds.
Well, wasn't that educational? Next up, we have an anonymous entry from Mr. Baghead. Enjoy.
Hello. I would like to show you what's in my box. Buttons.
guess that explains where all my missing buttons have gone. I hope you've had fun this evening. Do have a happy Halloween. Good night.
Don't let the big bugs bite.
And please, if you want to donate any money towards the cause of Halloween, if you've enjoyed watching us entertain you this Halloween, then please donate via the PayPal sign coming along the screen. There it goes. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.